truth in today's public inquiry. So help you God. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Mayor Kalugay, may I know who's the gentleman beside you? You're the mayor, acting mayor now? Okay, I'm Attorney Joseph Lobo from Pacos. I'm sorry, okay. I thought you were the counsel of Mayor Kalugay. The counsel of our resource persons uh, can sit behind your client. And may we remind the counsel that your role is limited only to advising your clients of his or her legal rights. Hindi niyo po pwedeng i-coach sa mga tanong na tanong po ng mga membro ng committee nito. So I hope that is clear. Now, earlier, there was a request by Congressman Paduano to allow one of our resource persons to deliver a statement before the class committee. And since there are no objections from any members, perhaps we can grant the request. Yes, it's not an objection, Mr. Chair, but perhaps the suggestion, what if we prudent, especially for our first time attendees, to take their oath so that this committee will be able to establish the veracity and the truthfulness of what they're about to share to this committee. In fact, that is a standard procedure that we require, especially in so if they have already taken administered that oath or taken that oath, then I will draw that request. Thank you. Thank you. A matter of standard procedure. Thank you. Yes, Congressman Joe. Now we proceed. As I stated earlier, there are no objections granting the request of Congressman Paduano to allow former Mayor Jed Mabilog to deliver a statement before the Quad Committee. We will give you a short opportunity to deliver your statement, but please make it short because the topic today is actually limited only to over. Please proceed, Mayor Jed Mabilog.
Mga iginagalang na mga miyembro ng Kamara de Representantes, Your Honors, good morning. Noong mga nakaraang linggo, nabalitaan ko po ang pagnanais na makapagsalita ako na maging resource person sa hearing ng Quad Committee. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you for allowing me to speak. Maraming salamat po. Napaisip ako nang marinig ko ang balita. Sabi ko sa sarili, ito na siguro ang tamang pagkakataon na malaya akong kukuha ng lakas ng loob at magsasalita ng katotohanan kahit ako pa ay natatakot at may pangamba sa aking buhay. Una po sa lahat, I declare that I was not and never will be a drug protector. I don't know personally nor did I benefit in any way from any illegal drug personality in Iloilo or anywhere else. After 7 years of exile, dahil sa napolitika at walang basihang mga akusasyon, kaliwat ka ng mga paratang at higit sa lahat mga banta sa aking buhay at sa buhay ng aking pamilya, narito po ako ngayon at humaharap po sa inyo. Naging kabataang barangay chairman, number 1 city councilor, vice mayor, at mayor in 2010, 13, and 16. And was fortunate to have been chosen as the top 5 world mayor in 2014. That also included the former president as a nominee. In the campaign against illegal drugs, as mayor and as mandated by law, I am aware of my authority to set local policies and priorities related to crime and drugs. I'm also aware that under the law, the PNP and PDEA handle crime investigation and response, and the combating of drug trafficking and enforcement of drug laws, while the mayor relies on the police and PDEA to implement them. And so when I became mayor, and having made aware that there were existing drug groups in the city, I immediately initiated anti-illegal drug activities, campaign and policies among others, multiple programs, one of which is to activate the Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Councils. In 2014 po, according to PDEA, Iloilo City was the first in the country to have 100% of its BADAC activated. In the 6 years that I have been mayor of Iloilo City consistently received national recognitions from PDEA and the PNP in the years 2014, 2015, 2016, and even in 2017 for the comprehensive programs including rehab, logistical support to the PNP and PDEA in their drive against illegal drugs. Since the existence of these drug syndicates in our city was deeply rooted, I relied on the expertise of the local PNP and regional PDEA to deal with these groups while I focused on the socio-economic programs that would address the root causes of poverty that expose the vulnerable population to cope against the evils of illegal drugs. But all of these efforts were ignored by the Duterte administration. Kung matatandaan po ninyo, nagsimula ang lahat ng ito nung bigla na lamang na isama ang mga pangalan sa PRRD narco list ng Administrasyong Duterte. Isang listahan naglalaman ng mga pangalan ng mga kilalang public official na di umano ay sangkot sa illegal na droga, mga paratang na walang basihan, at kahit kailan ay hindi naman napatunayan. As a matter of fact, until today, there are no drug-related cases that have been filed, especially in the legal courts, against me and my person. Pero kung inyong titingnan maigi, isinama ang pangalan ng kalaban sa politika sa isang validated list ng mga drug personalities sa kasunod na PRRD list. Sa kabila ng mga questionable informasyon, walang validation o confirmation man lang na ginawa kahit na anumang ahensya ng gobyerno sa Malacanang initiated list. Itong PRRD list di umano ay naging hit list. Sa isang public forum ng PDEA ng 2018, mismo ang Regional Adjudication Committee o tinatawag na RAC ay nagsabi na wala yung pangalan ko sa kanilang listahan. While in the Iloilo City Anti-Drug Abuse Council meeting, then PDEA 6th Regional Director Gil Pabulona and Iloilo City Police Director Colonel Renos Canieso officially ang nagpatotoo na wala rin ang pangalan ko sa drug list. Ngunit, nanatili ang listahan sa kanilang mga record. Hanggang ngayon, lahat ng mga paratang at akusasyong ibinabato sa akin ay patuloy na sumisira sa aking reputasyon at pati na rin ang reputasyon ng minamahal kong Iloilo. Dahil sa seryosong banta sa aking buhay, napilitan po ako na hindi bumalik from an international speaking engagement in Japan. At lisanin ng aking pamilya ang bayang buong pagsisikap namin itinaguyod ng may dangal. PRRD even assigned Lieutenant Colonel Estenido to Iloilo and announced with the threat, mabubuhi pa kaya siya? Ibig sabihin, in Tagalog, mabubuhay pa kaya siya? Referring to me. Pinalad po ako na meron akong speaking engagement sa isang international conference sa Japan, kaya nakaalis ako ng bansa. Paulit-ulit ang pagbabanta ni Presidente Duterte sa media, harap-harapang sinasabi, ipapatay daw ako.
So when government killed him, we started to dig and we found the bones of the policeman still in the uniform. And so we had to take him out. I said, go and take him out. The mayor of Iloilo City, I identified him. This is what I said, you're next. You're next. Sana mayor nila dito. Sana pinangitan mo, yun. Natin sa Manila, balik-balik sa ating talulitan.
Julius Leonard Pacificador, Antec Antique, Jed
At alam po natin lahat, hindi lamang po ito basta-basta pagbabanta. Kayang-kaya niya pong totohanin ito. Labag man sa kalooban, kinailangan po namin lumisan at huwag na munang bumalik sa Pilipinas. On August 28,